Welcome to my happy place. Come on in. I hope there's music. Whoa, hello. So you probably, maybe, saw our other tour video, our goat barn tour video. Same barn, just we're now in 2020. This barn was built in 2015. And we've lived in it for a couple years, and I want to show you what's working, maybe what's not working, and how you can outfit your own goat barn to be, to be functional. So we're going to start with our kidding stalls, and this stall specifically is, well, we should probably have done some measurements. Hello.
That stall is 10 by 5. The others are a little different.
10 by 5? If I lay down left to right, I think I would fit.
Give it a try.
Okay.
Put the dog down. Give it a try.
Well, it could be me plus Estella.
That's true. Give it a shot. How tall are you?
I'm about 5'6".
Look at you. Bingo.
Oh, plus poof.
Plus-
I've got
plus.
room for my poof.
Plus poop.
Hi, I'm okay. Don't call anybody. As you can see, stall 4, as we name it, stall 4 is about 5.5 by 10. Our other stalls are closer to that 6 by 10, and they're not currently set up for kidding season. They are currently set up for summer. We allow the girls to have this whole L-shaped area, but you can see the 2x4s that are along the back wall are set up for a dividing wall to make each pen private for an expectant mom. We have 4 kidding stalls, and we'll set those pens up the closer they get to breeding, or not breeding, to kidding season. And then we have what we call general population, or Gen Pop for short. So during kidding season, we'll close up this wall here, and that will leave the moms who aren't bred or the babies who aren't bred to have this larger area with access to going inside and outside. So this general population area, which is the small section when it's breeding season, is 24 by 18 feet, and the whole barn is 24 by 40. So we're gonna go out and show you our covered porch area, and I'm gonna explain why I love this porch so much. Right. So we're now under the porch, and one of the reasons I love this porch so much, because we live in New England, we get some snow, and the last thing I'm gonna wanna do after a snowstorm drops a foot of snow and all the snow falls off the roof is to shovel out in front of this door or that door. So when it snows, I can open the door and let the girls out, and they've got all of this outdoor space, but they don't have access to the snow or the rain, and they can still have their outdoor time but not be exposed to the elements. If you're shooting anywhere where I can see hay or poop in the background, I'm gonna be like, I hate it. Every day, twice a day, I'm raking under this porch. Super easy to rake under here because it's dry. You're not gonna get mud. You don't have snow to deal with, and it dries out pretty quick. We mounded the dirt up to the door so that all the runoff from the roof goes around the porch. These working conditions, I'm telling you, Bo. So nobody else is allowed to poop until the video's done, okay? So when we were building this barn, my husband, behind the camera, he gave me a hard time about the price tag of these Dutch doors. But I want to tell you, and I think he'll agree, these Dutch doors are amazing, and I would not build a barn without Dutch doors.
I approve this message.
Okay. This door leads into the graining room and the milking room, and I would say 90% of the time the top door is open and the bottom door is closed. One of the things I don't like about this door is the latch right here. Goat takes the latch in its mouth, lifts it up, plays with it, slowly starts wiggling it open. Now you've got an unlatched door. I said this door goes right out to the graining area, and if they go into that area and start gorging themselves on hay, we're gonna have problems. We're gonna have a bunch of sick goats. We installed this little doodad here, which locks the door from the inside. And even though this outdoor latch is not secure, they cannot reach up and over and tamper with this one. So that was a little upgrade we did a few years back. We made a video on how I installed this latch, and I'll link it right up here so you can go watch that after this video. So right now we have about 17 goats that are living in this area, and our L-shaped, as we call it, all the kidding stalls are open, and all 17 goats have access to Gen Pop, but also this whole aisle. If you notice, our ceiling height is extremely tall. We designed this barn for resale value in mind. We want to have a barn that works for us today, but we also want a barn that might work for somebody else, and they're more likely to come in and have horses rather than goats. So this barn would be easily converted into a horse barn if ever desired. We did install a loft for hay over stall 4, and that area can fit about 50 bales of hay on top, and it's only the footprint of stall 4, which we determined earlier was about 5.5 feet by 10. Behind me, you'll notice we have some rabbit cages. We used to be big in rabbit breeding. We're sort of getting out of that hobby. But we also have 2 more kidding stalls back there that are in the 5 foot by 12 foot range. So a little bigger, just longer, and a little more narrow. So you'll see we have big posts right here. Not in the original video, maybe just before the original barn tour video, this used to be an outside wall. So the barn stopped here, and then there was our metal siding attached to this post and all the way down. About a year after we finished building this barn, we needed more room, and we did a rabbit extension where we got access to 2 more kidding stalls and a whole area for a rabbitry. So if you have the means, and by all means, not everybody has the means to have electric in their barn. We are lucky enough that our barn is situated close to the house, and we were able to trench electric over here with relative ease. But when you're gonna have, when you're thinking about electrical in a barn, fire hazards come to mind, but also chewing goats comes to mind. So you want to have your electrical outlets way up high, where no matter how tall your floor gets, your goats won't be able to mess with the cables and the electrical lines. I would really highly suggest putting more electrical in your barn than you think you'll ever need. So we have 4 panels of outlets every 12 feet. And that is because during kidding season, we've got heating barrels that we plug into. During the summer months, we have fans that we plug in all over the barn to help keep the air moving and the goats cool. And we also have YouTube. So if you see in this upper corner right here, this is our live cam that we stream our goats 24/7, 365 days a year. We try not to take any days off, but sometimes the weather takes our power, so can't do much without that. But we've got lights in the barn for nighttime, and everything needs an electrical outlet. So overbuild your electrical and hire somebody with a license so that they do it up to code, and hopefully no issues with barn fires. It's my worst nightmare. I want to go over a couple features that are around the barn and outside the barn, and this is all just for happy goats. I'm going to start right here with our scratchers. This is great. We've got a great scratcher out in the paddock, but this one is inside, and the girls don't have to travel very far to get a good morning scratch in. We also have some at varying heights throughout the posts under the porch. Again, this is great for baby size, this is great for adult size, and they like rubbing their bodies along them. We also have some toys, if you don't know. Thanks for interrupting my shot.
You said toys.
I said toys. They thought I said cookies. Yeah, so Greta's demonstrating right here how much she enjoys the swing. We built this a few years back, and turns out it's been one of the goats' most favorite enrichment toys that we've given them. They'll nap up here, they'll play up here, they even scratch their heads on the chain. They really, really enjoy this. We also have some kiddie pools that we've put around inside and outside, and we have found we put them out here for the kids to enjoy, not our human kids, but the goat kids. And it turns out that the mom goats actually really like the snuggled feel of laying in a pool. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. One thing I'm really not a huge fan of are these windows, and I'll tell you why. It's at goat level, and it's just not good. We used to have screens on these that lasted maybe half a day, and I think I might be generously overestimating. One of the goats just tore it and destroyed the screen. So these are not functional windows anymore. I cannot open them. I like the natural light that I get, and I like being able to look out into the paddock while I'm doing food and grain and filtering their milk and stuff. So maybe if I had to do it again, I would start the windows here and maybe have long rectangle shaped windows instead of house type square windows. Speaking of natural light, we did install a section of opaque style plastic siding, and that is to let as much natural light into the barn without the use of electricity. This was really before we had electric in the barn. We thought it would be a great idea. It is a great idea. Keeps the barn nice and open and fresh feeling and very airy instead of dark. And so the last part of this barn tour is actually their outdoor area. We have about 2 acres paddocked in for them and lots of toys. And you might think that they're spoiled, and let me correct you, they are spoiled. But a bored goat is a naughty goat, which is typically a hurt goat. So we want to keep them busy, we want their minds to be entertained, and we want them away from the fence line so they're not escaping, they're not looking for ways to hurt themselves, and they stay as safe as possible. Good, there's poop all over it. This is our scratching post, and as you can see, it is a favorite among the goats. It is typically made for cattle, and we were able to pick this up, and all of our goats really, really like it. They rub their whole bodies on it, gets their coats out, shedding out in the springtime, and it gets their itchies out all year long. So they really, really love this. And then we built them a brand new jungle gym this year after their old one fell over in a windstorm around Halloween. We have a slide, which the kids do use, although not as much as I would like because it's very fun. Some ramps and some high areas to jump off of, and it's also good for a really nice nap in the sun. So I really hope you like our barn tour. Maybe you learned some things about what you want in your own barn. And what you wouldn't want in your own barn. We are planning another video on the comparison of wood barns versus metal barns, so keep an eye out on that, and we'll link that here once that's done. Thank you for this. This is a lot of fun. Working with animals is not easy. Okay, all right, are we done? All right, so subscribe, hit the bell, give us a big thumbs up, comment if you have any comments, and who wants to guess the name of this goat? Who is this? Oh, did you just go down the slide? Okay. Stay away from the poof, Greta. Mwah. Welcome to my happy place. Oh, so let me show you around. Wipe your feet before you come in. Welcome to my happy place. Come on in. Okay, good. I hope there's music. Oh, whoa, hello.